If I fail to give you constant electricity and I come back for second term, don't vote for me. These are one of the words or campaign promises of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the build-up of the 2023 presidential election. And now that is coming back for second term, does this mean that the issues or challenges surrounding Nigeria's electricity has been resolved? I am Cornel Kingsley, and today we'll be dissecting the issues of electricity in Nigeria. Now, let's start. Nigeria is a country of over 200 million population, and we generate about 3,000 to 3,500, 4,000 megawatts of power per day. Let's put this into perspective. So many other smaller countries that are far smaller than Nigeria with few population generate even far more electricity than Nigeria. So, what does this now mean to an average Nigerian? It means constant blackouts, businesses will start shutting down, high cost of fuel and generator maintenance, frustration every damn day. Okay, if you live around Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, you already know the drill, because you need lights. You know, in our local dialect we call it NEPA. You need lights to charge your phones, you need lights to pump your water, you need lights to run your businesses. And when there's no lights, what happens? Everything stops. It's like a total shutdown. So imagine, so many businesses, so many smaller businesses have crumbled because of the issue of power. Okay, imagine running a small business. Like, let's say, imagine you have a barbering salon, imagine you have a cold room, imagine you have a printing shop. You need light, you need power to function, you need power to do all these things. You see, this power thing we talk about, this electricity we talk about always in Nigeria, it's not just maybe an inconvenience, it's not just the government inconveniencing the people. No, this is an economic issue. Yes, it's an economic issue. Okay, now let's break it down. Let's go back to the campaign promise of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He said in his words that if he fails to give Nigeria constant electricity, that we should not vote for him for second term. And his plan was, he said he's going to raise power generation from 3,005 that it used to be to about 6,000 megawatts in a short period of time. And has he been able to accomplish that? Okay. His calls to improve electricity. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu he passed a bill, the electricity bill, the Act of 2023, that allows states to generate their own power. Well, it's a very big step, vital one, because this time around it enables the states to be able to generate their own power the way, however way they want it. So it's a very good step. But the thing is, we all know the drill. We all know Nigeria. It's easy to pass bill, but how efficient is this bill? How far have they gone in implementing this bill, this act? Well, it's a very big step, because before the bill, it's the light, the power is being centralized. It's only the federal that has the capabilities to generate and transmit. But with this act, it means that the state now has the power to generate their own, in as much as the federal has the power to transmit, not the state. Now let's look at the President Tinubu's campaign promises. It's been, let's say, 3.5 years now. Okay, his promise was to deliver 6,000 megawatts in a short period of time, and as we speak now, Nigeria still involves around 3,000 to 3,500 megawatts per day. The highest they ever got was 3,800 megawatts per day. So what is the issue? What is the challenge? Okay, now let's break it down. First of all, generation problem. How is this power generated? Nigeria depends mainly on gas power plants to generate the electricity. Yes. And now the issue now is, if Nigeria depends majorly on their gas power plants to generate electricity, it means that if there is shortage or scarcity of gas, it throws the country into shortage of power supply. It means that the GENCOs will not be able to generate as much power as needed. So gas supply is a major challenge. Now let's move from gas supply to distribution, transmission. Now, our transmission issue that we have is that our transmitters are old. The government needs new transmitters, because these transmitters, because of their old, they are not so strong. Even when the gencos generates this power, we don't have good transmitters that will transmit this power effectively from the gencos to the discos. And sometimes, assuming them, for instance, maybe this power plant generates 500 megawatts, and transmitting it to the discos will not be a challenge. Maybe if you at the point of transmitting, we might lose 100, and the disco might end up getting how many? 400, because we've already lost 100 before it gets to the discos. So transmission is one of the problems. Now, how about the discos? Where this power finally gets to the discos? Now, the issue with discos is that they have this infrastructure problem, as well, and the billing system. Okay, when you talk about billing system, if in Nigeria there are some places which they say that band A, some band B, some band C, and the reason is because band A pays more, band B than band C. Now, when you say billing system, how many houses in Nigeria has the pay-as-go meter power reading system? How many houses in Nigeria has it? So these are just one of the issues that the discos are having, because even when they get this power, they find it very difficult to manage how it's been distributed to the houses, to companies, because again with the kind of billing system they have. So when we say billing system, we're talking about infrastructure. How many houses are all houses not expected to have this meter for free? Challenges and the promises of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu before the presidential election, which he promised that he is going to solve the issue on electricity, and that if he fails to do that and he comes back for second term, that we should not vote for him. It means that he knows that he's coming back for second term, and that is why he's telling us before time, that okay, if I'm coming back for second term, don't vote for me if I fail to fix the issues surrounding electricity. And now that he's coming back for second term, does that mean that the issues surrounding electricity in Nigeria has been fixed? So if it has not been fixed, and we end up voting for him, it means that we've carried our course, because he already warned us before time. He said, hey, don't vote for me. So if he comes back second term, don't complain that he has not done this, he has not done that, because he already warned you. He said, don't vote for me, in his words. You want to listen?
Whichever way, by all means necessary, you must have electricity, and you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. A promise made will be a promise kept. If I can't keep the promise and I come back for second term, don't vote for me.
So you heard it. He said, don't vote for me. Okay, now we're back to what we're talking, our discussion on electricity. Let's talk about the funding. How has electricity been funded in Nigeria since 2023? That's the current president took office. In 2023, the sum of 239 billion naira was allocated to the Federal Ministry of Power to solve the issues around electricity. And in that same year, 2023, the national grid collapsed about 3 to 4 times with all the funds allocated. Let's move to 2024. In 2024, the sum of 344 billion naira was also allocated to the Federal Ministry of Power. And in that same year, 2024, the national grid collapsed about 12 times. Okay, let's move to 2025. In 2025, the Federal Ministry of Power was allocated the sum of 900 billion naira. 900. That was last year. And in that same year, 2025, national grid also collapsed 3 to 4 times, 5 times. In 2026, the proposed bill for power is about 1.1 trillion naira. Still, just in January, the national grid has collapsed twice in 1 month. Now, let's bring it back to you, the everyday Nigerian. How does this affect you? You're buying so much fuel because there's no lights. High cost of generator maintenance. High cost of living, yes. And high cost of electricity. And even with this high cost of electricity, we still don't have stable power supply. So what is really the challenge? So as you can see, at the point of making this video, The light was gone. So this is just one of the challenges we have to talk about.